This is WYFR, Okeechobee, Florida, the United States of America. Broadcasting to West Africa on 21525 kilohertz, 13 meters.
Our hope is that you'll be able to continue with us as the Sound of New Life continues next hour on most of these same frequencies to these same target areas. If this is the case, do stay with us because we should be back with another Family Bible Study Fellowship in Galatians chapter 5, and we'll be moving on to verses 9 and 10. Thank you for listening.
From the World Desk of United Press International, I'm Brian McFadden.
All day, every day, this is your news and information service. It's Ray Rice. I'm Ed. This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
Is Radio Canada International at the 1976 Summer Olympics, the games of the 21st Olympic.
It's 11 hours Greenwich Mean Time, and this is the news on the Voice of America. Good evening, I'm Stan Busby, and here are the hour's top stories.
This is from the Universal Service of Orange Radio. You've been listening to Radio Peking.
This is the extended service of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Is 0600 GMT. Service of Radio Deutsche Welle, the voice of Germany in Cologne. Hier ist die Deutsche Welle über die Sender in der Bundesrepublik Deutschland.
Jerusalem, 27 degrees with 37% relative humidity. In Tel Aviv, 28 degrees, 61%. We'll be back with a review of the major news stories of the day in a few moments. Make a rendezvous with drugstore number 1 at the Noah Dizengoff Center. You'll see a world of beautiful things. Fashion for all occasions. Books, gifts, cosmetics, perfumes. What's more, drugstore number 1 is for eating in style. Real French style. Late meals, elegant dinners, takeaway foods. Drugstore number 1 at the Dizengoff Center. Come see for yourself. The news and program in French follow immediately. To all of our listeners, a very pleasant afternoon and shalom from Jerusalem.
Aired by the Dutch World Broadcasting System, Radio Nederland, in Hilversum, Holland. Relayed via the Flamingo Island, Bonaire, Netherlands, Antilles. Of course, we shall welcome any other communication containing a musical request, questions about the Netherlands and its people, or just plain reception reports, which, if correct, will be worth an attractive verification card. Let's hear from you soon. And that's the end of this broadcast.
And this is New Zealand calling Australia on 9.52 megahertz in the 31-meter band and on 6.08 megahertz in the 49-meter band. The Australian and New Zealand service of Radio Japan in Tokyo.
This is FEBC Radio International, transmitting from the Philippines.
The BBC Far Eastern Relay Station. We are now broadcasting on 6.195, 9.74, 11.75, 15.31, 15.435, and 17.88 megahertz in the 49, 31, 25, 19, and 16 meter bands. In just over half a minute from now, at 9 hours Greenwich Mean Time, you will hear the news from London.
From Quito, Ecuador, Light of the Americas, radio station HCJB presents The Call of the Andes, with a look at the themes of life and destiny. Tune to the French service of Radio RSA.
Vous êtes à l'écoute du service français de Radio RSA.
Attention station engineers and program directors. We're about to feed a network news call. The permission to use the material on this news call has been granted to AFRTS by the commercial networks in the United States. It is for the use of AFRTS stations only.
This is Radio Finland, Helsinki. Our next transmission in English will be at 13 hours GMT to Europe on 11.755 and 15.265 megahertz.
From Radio Moscow, another edition of The World Today.
Radio Japan, the overseas broadcasting service of NHK in Tokyo.
In this sketch of Japan, we'll present a talk on Japanese castles. This is Radio Japan, the overseas broadcasting service of NHK in Tokyo.
You're listening to Southern Islands Broadcasting Corporation. Time is 10 o'clock. And here is the national news read by David Barlow. We'll begin with the headline. That was the national news from SIBC. Our time, 8 past 10 o'clock. Weekend, let's make it our last music scene Saturday night. From SIBC, this is David Barlow, and I'm starting you off with Casey and Sunshine Band, Boogie Fever. I can't wait to see you.
You're listening to The Golden Gate to Friendship, and we invite you to stay tuned for another English program. This is KGEI, San Francisco, California, the United States of America, operating at 5.98 megahertz in the 49-meter band. This is the voice of friendship.
You are listening to KTWR, Pagania, Guam. Ride on the Bible bus in a moment. This is KTWR, Agania, Guam.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
This is London. 11 hours, Greenwich Mean Time. BBC World Service. The news, read by James Bowden. President Carter wants NATO to draw up plans to boost.
This is Radio Peking. Comrades and friends, we begin our program with a quotation from Chairman Mao Zedong.